Hello everyone, welcome back in Cool IT Help. In this tutorial session, we are going to install Flutter in IntelliJ IDEA on Mac OS X Catalina. This process is very simple and straightforward. I have noted down all the steps right here on the screen in this notepad. We will follow each step one by one. So let's get started with the first step. Now in the first step, we have to download Flutter SDK zip file from the given download link. This link is given in the description box as well, so you guys can copy this link from that place and open your favorite browser and then paste in the address bar. After that, we will set up some path in the bash profile. So I will tell you everything one by one. Okay, first we will download the Flutter. So this is the website, and here is the system requirement mentioned for the Mac version. Operating system must be 64-bit, and this needs 2.8 GB of space on your drive. Okay, now when we come down, this is the link where we have this zip file download link. So click on this blue button and then downloading will start. The size is big. For saving the time, I have already downloaded it before making this video, so we will refer that file. So I suggest you copy this file somewhere on the drive from the download location. So I have created one folder and I have placed that zip file right here. Now we have to unzip this file and we have to place somewhere on a right location on the drive. So first I will go to the users and then I will select the user, and there I will place, because this is the most common place and the safest place to put this file. This is the recommendation, and this is not mandatory, but you guys can put somewhere else wherever you want, but choose the very safest location to avoid the unintentional deletion or any change in that directory. So I'm placing the same file where we have placed already other program files. The zip file pasted, and just do the double click to extract this one. In next few seconds, this file will be extracted and you will get a folder with the name Flutter. After that, we will delete this zip file. Now you can see this, we got this Flutter folder. And this file not required anymore right here. Now we will look inside this folder. We have several files. Also we have one bin folder. This is the most important folder which have a executable Flutter, and we will use the path up to bin folder to set in the bash profile. Okay, now we have to open the bash profile file, and then we will set the path inside this file. And this is the syntax, how to add the path. Okay, now if you are facing difficulty to gain the path of the bin folder, it's very simple. Open the terminal from the Spotlight search and just drag and drop this bin folder or any other folder in which you have placed. Then you will get the path, the right path. Okay, so we will copy this path and we will update at this place. Now the whole path, the whole line will become export path is equal to $path : then the path up to bin folder. So this statement will be updated inside the bash profile file. I hope this is clear. Now we will open the bash profile in edit mode. To do that, again we have to go to the terminal and then we have to type this simple command, open this approximation sign / and dot bash underscore profile. So all these commands and these statements given in the description for your help, just copy that and type inside the terminal or paste inside the terminal. And press enter, and the bash profile will appear and this will be opened in edit mode. Now we will copy this path from right here and then we will update the path inside this. So we have added this line and just saved this file. That's it. No other change required in this file. Save this file and just close it. We have done. Now guys, we have to verify our setup. So we have to open the terminal and then we have to execute a simple flutter command. I hope you guys familiar with this command. This will check and let you know that your setup has been done correctly or not. So this is the terminal. Now I am typing flutter doctor, pressed enter, and we got this summary. That means Flutter is working and detecting other requirements. So this is looking for the Xcode and this is saying the Xcode is not complete or whatever, Cocoa ports not installed, Android Studio not found. So it's looking for the basic other needs. So our intention only to check that Flutter is installed successfully. Now we will proceed to the next step. Now we will download IntelliJ IDEA. So open the Chrome browser and go to the address bar, just type IntelliJ IDEA download for Mac, and there you will get a very first link. Just open this link. This is the official download page from the IntelliJ IDEA, and we are under the section Mac, and here we have two kind of version. Ultimate version, which is not free, and this is enterprise development, and this is only free for 30 days. And we have to choose community version, which is free and open source, and we will get these features with the community edition: Java, Kotlin, Groovy, Android, Maven, Gradle, Git, SVN. That is sufficient for learning purpose and for the student projects. Click on this download button and then your downloading will start within 3 to 4 seconds. This package is also big and this will take time. If you have a fast internet, then you can get it soon. Okay, I have already downloaded and placed here in the separate folder. So we will launch it by doing a double click. This is the DMG file and this is loading. Okay, we got it, this small window, and just click on this IntelliJ IDEA. I can drag and drop inside the applications. Okay, now this will open the applications folder, and very soon we will see a progress bar that will copy the application inside the applications folder. So the IntelliJ IDEA installation is started. And the progress bar is running, and this will take 10 to 15 seconds for the completion. Okay, it's done. Now we are good to go to launch the IntelliJ IDEA. This is the icon. Just do a double click to launch it for the first time on your Mac Catalina. So you will see some security pre-checks by the Mac operating system before launching this IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition. Okay, and you will get this message and click on the open. Now you will see the splash screen from IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition, the IntelliJ IDEA. Now right here we have to follow the third step to download the plugins. To just click on this down arrow in this configure, and here we have a plugins option, so we have to click on it. Just click once and this plugins window will appear. So on the left hand side we have the search box, so we have to type Flutter. So this will search the Flutter plugin for the installation, and we got this. Now we have to click on this install, and you will get a message, third party plugin privacy notice. So you can accept it. This is the trustable. And after that again you will get one more message that this requires a Dart plugin to be installed, so click on the install. So both plugins, Flutter and the Dart, will be installed right here in this place. Okay, it's done. Now this is showing to restart the IDE, so we have to take this restart, then plugins will be activated. Now you can see that Dart plugin is also installed here. Click on the restart. Okay, now you will see the IntelliJ IDEA screen loaded. Now we will click on this new project to start creating the first Flutter application right here in this IDE. Before starting, we have to provide the Flutter SDK path. In the very first step, we have downloaded and set up the Flutter in the users folder. So we have to give the path by using this browse button. So just click on these three dots and you will see the browse window. So look for the Flutter folder and give the path up to Flutter folder only. That's it. Now click on the Flutter on the left hand side, then this new project window will appear. So provide the name of your first project as per your choice, but make sure not to provide any capital case letter right here. This will accept only lowercase. This is the project location which is coming as a default. You can change it as well. On the right hand side there is a three dots, so just click on these three dot icon and the browse window will appear. So just select your folder of your choice. So I'm thinking to put this project on the desktop, so this will be easy for me to find out, and if I want to transfer somewhere else, so I can copy easily. So I'm looking for the desktop folder. And in the further we have the Android languages. So we are selecting Kotlin because once you build your project, the Android version and iOS version will be prepared. So Android will be appeared in the Kotlin and the iOS version will be prepared for the Swift. And I'm getting this error message because directory is not directory location is not found. No worries, we were trying to change, so we will create our folder in this folder, Flutter projects. So I will do the same thing. I will change the project location. So this is the desktop, and this is the folder we are looking for. Okay, selected. And again we will get warning because we have not given the project folder name. We have given the location to create the project, but we have to specify the project name as well in the second box inside the project location. So this will create the project folder with this name. Okay, so click on the finish and this will show you that the first Flutter app is not there. So this will create a folder and set up the project inside your folder. Okay, now this is setting up the project, the first project, and the UI is loaded now. On the bottom we have the terminal to track whatever the output is coming while running the application. On the right hand side we have some windows. On the left hand side the project, just click so you will see the project tab. These are the files and this is the structure of our first application. On the right hand side this is the code editor window and the main.dart file is open. This is the main file for our application. Whatever the change we want to do, we can do it in this file. This file is inside the lib folder. Also we have two more folders, Android and iOS. So the corresponding code will be generated for iOS and for the Android as well. Now we will do a change in this page. So trying to change some title and some home page header. So I'm changing the home page header. It's done. Okay, now we have to open this simulator because we are going to run our application. So open the Spotlight, search, just type the simulator. The important note is you will see simulator if you have installed the Xcode. Okay. Now the simulator is loaded and the operating system is just starting inside. So iOS device is loaded. Now we are ready to run. So go to this button, just click once to run the application on the device. So guys, I want to tell you, if you are running first time on the iOS simulator, this will take much time. At least this will take 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, and you have to wait for that as well. So and once this is published on the iOS simulator, and again you will try, this will not take much time. Now you can see the console getting some messages running Xcode build. Xcode build is done, and now this is deploying the application inside the iOS simulator on the right hand side. And few seconds you will see the application will be there, and I think application is loading right now. And look at it, application loaded successfully, and we got the message on the top, cool IT help. Also this is floating button, so we can interact the application, and this is increasing the number by one only. This is a Dabo application running properly on the iOS simulator. Also you will get the responses in the consoles as well. On the right hand side you can see the brown strip and the debug is written on it. Your application is running on debug mode. In the same way, you can change the simulator iOS device to the iPad as well. And on the top, on this red button, you can stop the application, and after that you will get a message, application finished. I hope you guys found this tutorial useful. Please like this tutorial and please subscribe my channel. And guys, for now, thanks for watching Cool IT Help.